My name is Brianna Carino, and I will be doing my memorable experience speech on the time that I went down to San Diego and learned how to surf with my best friends. So I had just turned 15. Traditionally, because I'm Hispanic, we usually have quinceañeras, but because I'm not religious and because I'm not full Hispanic, I decided against it and I didn't want one, and my parents were fine with it. So my parents had offered if my friends would want to go with us to an annual camping trip we go to during Memorial Weekend. And of course I said yes. So because that year I believe there was an oil spill in Santa Barbara, we decided against going to Santa Barbara, and we ended up going to San Diego because my dad was working there anyways. He had a project on the UCSD Veterans Hospital, and we decided to stay somewhere close to where he was working already. So we had, the first night we had arrived, we had arrived pretty late. It was around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. And we had decided that the next morning we were going to go get surf lessons. And we had found, the next morning we had gotten up really early and we had found a surf shack that was renting out boards and lessons for no more than like $30-$40. And we had ended up getting lessons from them and renting out boards from them. We had gotten size for our wetsuits, and then we had to sign some waivers just to make sure we wouldn't sue the place for any bodily damage, or and also pay for the lessons and the boards. And then we had walked down to the beach with the instructor. So the first thing we started to do was stretch, of course, because you're doing something that's strenuous on your body. And then he started going over like techniques and strategies to duck dive, which is going under a wave, and strategies on popping up, which is popping up on your board and being able to stand up and ride a wave in. So as soon as we had like gone over those things and practiced those things for a couple, like I want to say 5 or 10 minutes, we had decided to go in the water and try it out and apply those techniques that were just taught to us in the water. So he had told us to find something that was called the sweet spot, and we had, which was like the middle of the board where we wouldn't nosedive and we also wouldn't fall back on our tail. And that was basically just to make sure that we were balanced on our board at all times. So as soon as we found our sweet spot, he pushed us when a wave came in, and it was just to kind of feel how the water would be under us so we would get used to it. And eventually he started to make us apply the techniques that we had learned on the sand in the water. So learning how to pop up and learning how to duck dive, and then shortly after, maybe a couple hours, we had started to figure out how to get up on our own and how to get up on our knees, and that was probably by the time that the instructor had finally finished his lesson anyways. So finally, after like falling and swallowing a lot of water, I want to say maybe like 3 or 4 hours out in the water, we had finally learned how to like stand up and like ride a wave in for more than like 5 seconds and then falling in. And all in all, it was just a really great experience. It was something that we still do to this day. It's something that we still use to help us relax and have fun. And it's definitely a stress reliever for us three. Of course, not right now. During the pandemic, we're not really going out, or we're not going out at all. But I know as soon as the pandemic's over, we're heading straight to the beach and we're taking our boards with us. And that's it. Thank you.